Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a book, just like we always do, but this time it's Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. It is a thriller and a mystery novel, and it was first published in 2021, so it's a fairly new publication. I recently got it and I recently read it as well. I read it last week, and today I'm here to tell you what this book is about and what I think about it. I was actually looking forward to reading something light and something breezy, something that was easy on the reading palette and something that I could just read and not really have to think, but at the same time think a little bit, because thrillers and mysteries, they usually make you think, but in a fun way. You know, when you are reading a historical fiction or some other form of genre, you kind of think in a way that sometimes your mind becomes a bit overwhelmed and sometimes it becomes a bit tired as well. But I wasn't in a mood of that. So I picked this book up because, first of all, the cover is pretty attractive. The name itself is attractive because it's obviously a game that we grew up playing, and you want to know what is in the book itself. And secondly, the font itself is pretty big for a novel. So I was like, okay, maybe this will be a good read, and I was not disappointed. The thing about this novel is the less you know about it, the better. The less you know about the plot and the story itself, the better, because the more you know about it, the more spoilers you will get. And to keep things mysterious, the less you know, the better. So don't worry, I'm not gonna be spoiling anything for you guys in this video. This is going to be a completely spoiler-free video, so I got you back. But if you read this book a long time ago, or if your thoughts have gone dusty, then let me just give a slight recap and slight summary of what this novel is about. Or if you want me to convince you to read this book, please do keep on watching. The novel is basically happening in the United Kingdom, England and Scotland, and we travel from one place to the other and stuff like that. The novel basically features two main characters, Adam and Amelia, and the entire novel is basically shared from their perspective. So there is a movement in point of views throughout the novel. You are reading different perspectives and different stories in a way that they are told from the perspective of different characters, which for me has always been tricky, because in general I don't like different perspectives. I don't like the jumping of perspectives, because oftentimes whatever I have read in the past have been really choppy and jumpy, and the changing in perspectives just sort of makes you feel confused. But in the recent past and now as well, I have read novels that the authors have written the changing in perspectives in a really seamless way, and in a way that it feels extremely delighting to read the change in perspectives, and you don't feel confused at all. Rather, you are totally invested in the characters and in the novel as well. And same is the case here in Rock, Paper, Scissors. The author has written these different chapters in a way that you don't feel overwhelmed at all. Rather, you are totally invested in the story. So in the novel, they are celebrating 10 years of marriage, and they are going on a romantic weekend getaway. And because they are with 10 years of marriage, there are some things that have come up, and their relationship is kind of dwindling. So the couple, especially the wife Amelia, is hoping to find some resolvement, and she wants to have a stronger relationship with her husband. So she's like, okay, we should go on this weekend getaway to the Scottish Highlands, and we can come back stronger and more in love with each other. So she has planned this amazing getaway, and that's what the story is about. Them basically going to the Scottish Highlands and what happens there, because at the back of the novel it says 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, an anniversary they will never forget. What happens there when they go to the Scottish Highlands? That's basically the story. But moreover, it's a story about them and their relationship and the secrets that both of them hold, but they haven't shared with each other. I really enjoyed the flow of the novel. However, at certain points I did feel that the author has dragged the novel a little bit, especially towards the end. I felt like the novel was dragging at certain points, and the end could have been a little bit shorter. And I feel like if the end was a little bit shorter, then the story as a whole would have been better than what it is now. I feel like things could have ended a lot sooner than they ended in the story in real life, obviously. But by the time you are reading the last page, you kind of understand the perspective of the author. You kind of understand why the author has done things the way she has done. But still, I feel like if certain things were not dragged as much, especially the ending, it could have been better. I was hoping to get done with this book in like three-ish days, 2 to 3 days, but it took me almost 5 days to get done with it because it felt so like dragged in the middle part of the story as well, and also towards the end as well. But I especially loved the ending. I enjoyed the beginning. I wasn't like too much disappointed with the middle, but I absolutely loved the ending. What brilliant way of making twists and turns in the story. You will not see these twists coming from miles apart. There is not one twist or two twists, but like there is, I think there are some solid 3 twists that leave you sitting and just you just kind of have to process what you just read. There is this specific twist that I read towards the very end that I literally had to stop reading and just sort of gather my thoughts and just come to terms with what I have read. And then the first twist that you will read is sort of a twist that will change your perspective about a particular character in the novel, and it is done so smartly that just like reading a couple of lines and your perspective will completely change, and from loving a character you will hate this character so much that you are so happy with how things have turned out with that character, and then you are slapped with the final twist and you just don't know how to react. But then you are like, okay, whatever, because these two people are pretty similar and I'm glad that they ended up together rather than hurting other people. Like, they are better together. So all in all, it was a pretty fun read. I enjoyed it, and I am thinking of getting other Alice Feeney books. But I do have like slight skepticism in me because I read this comment on Goodreads where someone had written that Alice Feeney works in pretty similar ways, as in like she read her other work and then she was reading Rock, Paper, Scissors. The entire mystery was pretty understandable to her and she knew what was going to happen because Alice Feeney has written similar type of things in her previous book as well. So if she writes in similar formats and like she writes mysteries in similar ways, in a way that how a mystery is unfolding and like how things are going to end up, and how and when twists are gonna be revealed and how those twists are gonna be, then I don't think that it's worth a shot. But I'm still not jumping to conclusions. So final thoughts, do I recommend this book? Definitely. Please go ahead and read a book if you want something light and something fun to read, but at the same time something that will make your brain think and make your brain try to come up with your own theories. You definitely come up with your own theories throughout the novel. It is a really, really creepy novel as well. Like at certain points, like the way the author has written certain elements, especially of the Scottish Highland and the weekend getaway that this couple has organized, is certain elements to it, and the entire like environment and the atmosphere of that place is pretty chilling and creepy to read at certain points. I definitely had to stop it because it was nighttime and I literally was like scared. I was creeped out and I just was like, okay, I'm not gonna read it anymore if I want to sleep tonight. With that note, we have come to the end of this video. If you have already read the book, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to do that. And if you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description of this video. And I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.